Window authentication is when user connect through a window user account to the SQL server. SQL server validate the account name and password using the window principal token in the operating system. One advantage of window authentication uses Kerberos security protocol, also provides support for account lockout and password expiration. Authentication confirms that the user are who they are. Authorization gives the user permission to access resource. Example of authorization is giving user permission to select content in a table. You can grant select right to a certain fixed database role to give all current and future users access to a particular table. One disadvantage of this is that it will give user implicit permission, which means you will not see permission granted to user when you query the system database permission. Question 2. We are going to create two schema for bowling league example and also create two schema for receipt example. Then after that, we'll be creating for to the user. So let's get started. I've already written the code for this for question 2, and then I will just run them here. Okay, let me execute. Okay, the command has been executed. When we go into the database, we go into boolean, we go into security, and then we look at schema. We see we've already added two schema, players and team, which is here. And then when we go into receipt example, recipe example, we go into security, and then click on schemas. You see, we already created okay. Let's do this. Let's create the schema for the received example. You see all those schema that has been assigned to table. You can see them gradually like this, and grant the select. You can see it now. The same thing goes to the second one, which is the boolean O. You can see when we refresh it, you have the players and teams because we assign both schema to the table. So if you click on player and then select row, you can see give us the label count. The same thing is done to all other databases in which we created. Okay, question 3. We're going to create row and then grant access. For this is what we're going to do. To create row on the boolean team, and then we grant the select. On teams. Okay, and then we also create row on recipe, and then we grant select on ingredients on recipe, and then we grant select on measurement on recipe. So to do that, this is what we're going to do. We run this code. Okay. All right. I think they can't find teams because we don't longer have. If you check on the Boolean example, we have check on the Boolean table, we have okay, we have player, and then to get team, we're going to use team, and then this place as well. We're going to change the recipe from ingredient. We have ingredient and measurement, so we're going to change it to process.ingredient. And classes.measurement. So now we can rerun our code. Okay, it says row team already exists in the tab. So we can use it again. Okay, we also have recipe existing, so we can just run this like this by clicking execute. Okay, so cannot find the object ingredient because it does not exist. Okay, I think the question comes from here. We should be able to know the schema which each table is assigned to. So let's say recipe. We click execute. Then the command is completed. So now we're going to create 2 new users. Two new users by clicking on security, new logins, and then Windows Server authentication. This, and then we give it a name, role, and then a password. Condition password, and then we map it to a user. So right now, we map it to, let's map it to Boolean, and then we give it a row, okay, of team. We click OK. Go here again and create new user. Create new user. and give it a name. Row give it a local recipe, and then we can just see to row 2 roulette, and then we give. So we have two new users. We have the roll and roulette right now. So let's log in. You can see we've logged into the two database, roll and roulette. And then when we click on the table, database, click on rolling, click on table. You can see we have team and teams. We only have select 1 to 100. You can see. And then on the roulette, we gave it to table permission to. Okay, on the recipe, you can see here table delivering permission to select onto table, which is measurement and then ingredient. So if you click on this and then click to the point, okay, you can see it also. So to question 4, if you want to query those that have logged in into the system for question 4, to know all those that are currently logged in, just click here and then execute. You can see these are all those that are currently logged into the system. We have the original database order. We have others. These are list of users in the system right now. We have bullet to go see it. These are them. You can see them. These are names of the current user, and then this were the one I previously created. And then the date they were created, you can see them. The modified date, the default database name, you can see the hash password. That means the password of each database user is hashed into the database so that people cannot bump through it.